adding a door to your fireplace is a quick and simple way to update the look of your hearth and guarantee safety for you and your guests. There are many fireplace door styles available, but the type you'll choose depends on what kind of fireplace you have. Today, I'm going to show you how to measure stock masonry, zero clearance, and custom masonry fireplaces to help you find a door in the dimensions and style that you need. Grab a measuring tape, a pencil, and a pad of paper. Let's get started. First, let's take a look at stock masonry fireplace glass doors. You'll need two basic measurements, including the height and width of the fireplace opening. When you're taking your measurements, make sure you measure the height of your fireplace opening from left, middle, and right. Then, measure the width of the opening from the top, middle, and bottom. You'll use the smallest numbers from both your height and width measurements. Next, you'll need to confirm that your fireplace has enough space to support the door. A lot of fireplaces have hearth extensions, which are made from non-combustible materials and protrude from the front of the fireplace. If you have a hearth extension, it will support the weight of your fireplace door. This is commonly referred to as a flush hearth. All stock masonry fireplace glass doors will require a flush hearth for the door to rest on. Another detail you'll notice with a stock masonry door is what's called an overlap mount. This feature is important for a couple of reasons. First, the overlap will sit flush against your fireplace tile, brick, or any other finishing material you've installed. Secondly, if you have a rough finishing material like stone, the overlap will not sit flush, in which case you'll be better off purchasing a custom fireplace door. Now that we've covered measuring for a stock masonry fireplace glass door, let's move on to zero clearance fireplace doors. Zero clearance fireplace doors typically fit inside the entire frame inside the opening of your fireplace. This is what's called an inside fit. There are a few ways to make your zero clearance door an overlap fit, but you'll need to reach out to one of our NFI certified experts for more information on that process. To achieve an inside fit, you'll measure both the height and width of the inside of your fireplace opening and use those exact numbers to choose the door in the dimensions you need. As an example, let's say you wanted to purchase the Grayson Zero Clearance Fireplace Glass Door by Forgecraft. If the width of the inside of your fireplace is 39 inches, you would select the first option here as it falls between 38 and 1/16 and 44 inches. Then, if the height inside your fireplace is 29 inches, you would select the up to 30 inches option here. Being that zero clearance doors are custom, one of our NFI certified experts will give you a follow-up call to confirm your selections. It's that simple. The last style we'll cover is custom-sized masonry fireplace glass doors. Custom masonry doors are a great option because they can be installed on any type of fireplace. Just like a stock masonry fireplace, you'll only need two basic measurements. First, measure the height of the opening of your fireplace, then measure the width. Make sure you measure the height of the opening from the left, middle, and right, then measure the width of the opening from the top, middle, and bottom. You'll use the two smallest measurements of both the height and width to find the door that fits. Once you have your dimensions, you'll need to decide what door frame you want. There are two different types of frames, an overlap fit and an inside fit. With an overlap fit, the frame will sit proud on the opening of your fireplace. An inside fit will have the frame fit inside the opening of your fireplace. The actual frame of your fireplace door will change depending on the selection you go with, so this step is crucial. It's important to note that the brick face may be contoured. This means that an overlap fireplace will not work. The next step is to figure out what style hearth your fireplace has, so you can build your fireplace door appropriately. The first style is a flush hearth, which means the fire and hearth extension are on the same level. This gives your fireplace door a foundation to rest on. Secondly is a raised hearth, where the fire itself sits higher than the hearth extension. Raised hearths typically sit a half-inch higher than the hearth extension. If the difference is less than 1 inch, you need to let your NFI certified expert know. Some doors can be installed with a back frame that rests on the hearth, while others will still require a foundation to support the door. Next, we have a lowered hearth, meaning the fire is lower than the hearth extension. Usually there is no more than a 3-inch difference. Depending on where you'd like to install the door, you'll measure the height from the hearth extension to the top of the fireplace opening. If you have a small height difference, you can install the door on the actual hearth. In this case, you'll need to measure the height from that point instead of the hearth extension. If your fireplace has been installed into the wall and doesn't have a hearth, except for the one that exists in the floor as was required by code, only a door with a frame that sits inside the fireplace opening can be installed. Now you'll measure for the lintel bar. The lintel bar is a steel or iron bar that runs along the width of the opening on the top inside of your fireplace. The purpose of this bar is to help support the masonry above the fireplace. Many custom fireplace doors have a back frame that extends into the opening of the fireplace. Depending on how deep your lintel bar is, the back frame can bump into it and create installation issues. First, measure the area from the face of the fireplace to the front of the lintel bar. Then, starting 3.5 inches into the fireplace, measure the width of the opening of the fireplace. The standard width measurement is taken from the front of the opening of the fireplace, but the lintel measurement is taken 3.5 inches into the opening. The last measurement you'll need is the bottom of the lintel bar to the bottom of the hearth floor. This will make sure that the back frame is built to fit under the lintel bar and above the hearth floor. There you have it, everything that you need to know about measuring stock masonry, zero clearance, and custom masonry fireplaces for the perfect fitting fireplace glass doors. If you have any questions or need additional help, please give us a call at 800-919-1904 or look us up online at www.woodlanddirect.com.